Big love, y'all. Dvine MC back again. If you're new here, we're going to do a pick a card reading, timeless tarot, of course. So whenever this video finds you, it's meant for you. We're going to have 3 piles today. Pile A, pile B, pile C. For those that like to pick with the crystals, we've got pile A with the tiger's eye, pile B with the rose quartz heart, and pile C with the clear quartz. And for those that like to pick with sound, got pile A, pile B, and pile C. All right, timestamps will be marked below, and I'll see you back at your reading. All right, my pile A's, if you chose the tiger's eye, which is definitely a stone of courage, prosperity, groundedness, abundance, that sort of thing. This is going to be your reading about what you're being protected from and who's protecting you. So right away, you're being protected from being too much in the head. That's for sure. Negative thought forms, intrusive thoughts. So this is a new deck, bear with me. So there's definitely going to be a decision coming up for you. And I feel like your guides are going to help you make the right decision. So stop beating yourself up on which way you should go with it. And then, let's see. So the top 3 here for present. And you're being protected from stagnation, being stuck. You're about to start seeing a lot of progression, and the pace is going to pick up. You're also being protected from envy or jealousy due to you being in a public position. So let's move past. In the past, I see a really awesome time for you. You look single. You look connected to your sexuality and your spirituality. You weren't overthinking anything. You're very balanced. In the future here, you've got 2 aces, so definitely a lot of new beginnings. Ace of Cups is definitely about emotional balance and probably a new relationship coming in as well. The Ace of Swords is definitely a switch up in your thinking patterns. A new way of thinking is going to be emerging, and it would be a really great time for you to start a new project. Also, you got the Emperor to end with. I am going to pull 2 more cards in just a minute, but the Emperor In this deck, represents stability, authority, masculinity, old and wise, strong and stubborn. Represents taking firm and deliberate action. So yeah, your pace is about to quicken. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards and then we'll get into your oracles. So what is my pile A's being protected from? And who is protecting them? So you're being protected from poverty. Any financial burdens are going to be lifted really, really soon. And you're also being protected by the Queen of Swords, which gives me a fiery goddess energy. Let's see what the book has on her. Using the intellect more than emotion, she's emotionally understanding but with fair reason. So this queen is helping you to be a little more logical and not overwhelmed with your emotions. So let's get into your oracles. I'm using 3 decks today. We're going to start with Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. Really digging this deck. It's so pretty. So what are my pile A's? Okay. Keepers of the earth are protecting you. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Let's see what this one says. Another new deck, of course. Keepers of the earth. You are so supported. You do not stand alone. You have a magnificent team of helpers both in this world and of the earth who are here to help you every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that you have already done and are ready to work through you. They bow at your feet and thank you for wanting to stand for them, to devote your life to protecting the earth in your unique way. It is time to increase your capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help you in your work. The only thing that is stopping you right now is your capacity to receive support. You deserve to be rewarded for the work that you are doing. You do not need to go it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help you in your mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. What kind of support do you need? Call it in right away. I am open to receiving a whole new level of support for my life and my work, and I call it in now. You can include any other specific requests, and don't forget to say thank you. So the next one we're using is the Path of the Soul Destiny cards, the fractal cards by Cheryl Lee Harnish. And fractals are said to emit frequency and vibration just while you stare at them, because they're created through perfect mathematical equations. So my pile A's, 35, or if you want to break it down, 3 plus 5 is 8. Numerologically. How does anyone say that word? All right, let's move on. Staying on task here today. The Royal Order. We play important roles in each other's lives. We aid each other on the journey to oneness and ascension. Before we can play an integral role in helping others, we have to first take care of ourselves. The Royal Order is about keeping within the divine order of life. Be sure to care for the physical vessel that is you. It needs to run and function properly. You have an important part to play in the lives of others, so make sure you take care of yourself first. So definitely looking at lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, self-care. It's been a running theme. And last but not least, let's see what archangels around you before we get into some more spirit guides. I encourage you guys to definitely go look up these beings yourself, because I could sit here and spoon feed you knowledge all day, but when you actually take it upon yourself to find out, you'll get so many more synchronicities. And you got Archangel Raphael, gentle heart. Place your hands gently over your heart and say, I love you, and repeat. So definitely getting some I can't speak. Self-deprecating behavior or thoughts going on. It's time to release those. You're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you. So we're going to get into your animal guide, which is the cougar. If cougar shows up, it means you're being called upon to provide leadership to your family, friends, community, or the world as a whole. There's a need for you to be very decisive right now and not equivocate. Stop procrastinating with respect to that important task and just get to it. Stay strong, clear, and assertive with those who are asking or demanding that you change when you are not ready to. Move forward with faith and courage and keep your eyes on the goal. You need strength and assertiveness to deal with a challenging situation. You want to have more patience and persistence when you must tackle a difficult task. You need to help in balancing your personal power with gracefulness and clear intention. You want to gain confidence when you're called upon to give a speech or any kind of presentation. You feel overwhelmed and need help accomplishing several demanding tasks. If cougar is your power animal, you're a well-balanced individual. Once you've decided what to do about a situation, you're quick to take action. You're often called upon to take a position of leadership in which others depend on you to provide answers and direction. You prefer solitude to socializing, and you take charge. You're a take charge kind of person, sometimes engendering others' disapproval and criticism. So that's your power animal. And you got another angel around you. Hadraniel. Hadraniel will help you enrich your relationships, spice up your sex life, learn to love yourself unconditionally, and remember the secrets of success. To invoke Hadraniel, when you want to call upon Hadraniel, face east and take a long, slow, deep breath. Light an icy blue-white candle and explain your wants, needs, and desires. He often signals his presence by creating a warm sensation, which will gently flow through your body. Simply ask for his guidance and allow the magic to begin. Hadraniel's name means Majesty of God. He is a gatekeeper of heaven and one of the angels appointed as a guardian of the east wind. His mission is to awaken our knowledge of unconditional eternal love. He is one of the tallest angels. When he delivers God's message, lightning flashes from his mouth. In one story, when Moses arrived in heaven to receive the Torah, Hadraniel didn't think he should have it. He made Moses weep in fear until God reprimanded Hadraniel, and then he became Moses' guide and protector. Hadraniel is also said to have given Adam the book of Raziel, which contains secrets of the universe unknown even to most of the angels. Just as lightning ionizes the air, creating that wonderful fresh smell, calling upon Hadraniel will bring a breath of fresh air into all areas of your life. Open your heart to his unconditional love. Ask for the ability to see any situation in your life through his eyes and be ready for a totally new and expansive perspective. When you see life through the eyes of love, the choices you make are bound to create happiness, joy, and ease. Judgment becomes a thing of the past, and the people and situations you attract will be much more supportive. I'm going to give you one little clip from The Art of Worldly Wisdom. Do not explain too much. Most people do not esteem what they understand and venerate what they do not see. To be valued, things should cost dear. What is not understood becomes overrated. You have to appear wiser and more prudent than required by the people you are dealing with if you want to give a high opinion of yourself. Yet in this, there should be moderation and no excess. And though with sensible people, common sense holds its own, with most people a little elaboration is necessary. Give them no time for criticizing. Occupy them with discerning your meaning. Many praise a thing without being able to tell why. If asked, the reason is that they venerate the unknown as a mystery and praise it because they hear it praised. That's The Art of Worldly Wisdom, written in the 17th century, still super relevant today. Love that. And we're going to finish off with the trinkets. I would get an evil eye to beef up your protection. Ooh, what's coming out today? A spider came out in all 3 readings, so I'm encouraging you guys to write. Get a journal, whether it's a dream journal or just writing down what you need to get out of your head. Also, this is a time of abundance for you. Things are starting to bloom that you planted, literally and figuratively. We've got a lot of letters here. T, W, G, O, Y. Interesting. Don't be tempted. Somebody's going to try to tempt you. You're going to be receiving a lot of things, so be open to receive. Throat chakra, definitely. Don't keep your heart too closed off. We've got the family seal here. Your family's safe. And stop procrastinating. It's coming up again. You're running out of time on something. And whatever's been broken will be mended back together. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more music, manifestations, meditations, and divination. Big up and big love from Dvine MC. Peace and blessings over and out. Until next time, bye. If you chose the Rose Quartz Heart, this reading is for you. Rose Quartz is a very gentle stone, encouraging self-love. So let's see, what are you being protected from and who is protecting you? We'll do a 9-card spread. 3 for present. Three for past. And 3 for future. So you're being protected from stagnancy. You've been stuck for too long. So your guides and angels are pushing you to move on. You're also being protected from your shadow self. So I see you've been doing some inner work. And if you haven't been, here's your sign to start. Also, you're being protected from deception and envy. So obviously you're on your grind and some people around you are envious or trying to deceive you, trying to distract you. So let's move past. In the past, this is a peaceful time of your past where you met somebody that gave you a leg up into whatever you were trying to do. I'm seeing lots of growth and expansion, plants, flowers. And they're saying that this was a time where you needed to practice patience and you were working on your throat chakra, finding your voice and speaking your truth. So I don't know if now you are a public speaker or a singer or someone that uses their voice to heal others, but that's the vibe I'm getting. So future, you're being protected from people trying to hold you back and push you down. They're telling you to stand your ground. They're also telling you to choose wisely. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming up. And you're also being protected from obstacles and challenges. So I'm going to lay a couple more cards as to what my pile bees are being protected from. And who is protecting you. You're being protected from suffering in silence, which means your support group around you is awesome and you can talk to them about anything. And you're being protected by Archangel Shamuel. And Archangel Shamuel is definitely connected to the heart chakra. So they're going to help you open your heart. So we're going to get into your oracles next, which I'm using 3 different oracle decks today, which I'm going to start with the Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. So let's see what we have here for you, my pile bees. Bees. Soul family. Calling in your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to go it alone. It's time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at a soul level. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They're coming and they're looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you, when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and let yourself truly be seen. If you have already found them, then you're being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune in to what kind of support you need now. Next, got the Path of Soul Destiny cards by Sherilyn Harnish. These are amazing fractals. My pile bees. Who's protecting you? What are you being protected from? My pile bees. 38. 12. 3 plus 8 is 12. All right. Where are we at? 38, 38. Intuitive Arts Guide. There are many forms of intuitive work being done on the planet today. Using your intuitive gifts has a large role in the work you're really here to do. There are many tasks that are undertaken which actually involve the intuitive process. Whether you paint, write music, design, raise children, waitress, or give psychic readings, you're operating from an intuitive source. This guide is here to help you see that your role is important. The work you do is needed. You're in service and your intuitive knowing is strong. You're helping others to acknowledge and accept their own intuition. Beautiful. And let's see what other archangel is around you besides Shamuel. Ariel, Archangel Ariel, moon energies. As the moon ebbs and flows in cycles, so does life. Welcome the quiet and noisy. Welcome the light and dark. So a lot of things with sound have been brought up. So you're probably clairaudient. But definitely look into Archangel Shamuel, Archangel Ariel. Now we're going to move into your animal spirit guides. And my pile A's got Seal. So if Seal shows up, it means your creative imagination is active and fertile right now, so keep a journal nearby and write in it every day. Your dreams will be very clear and vivid, so pay close attention to them for any messages from your subconscious. The cycle of challenges and hardship is complete, and you're now moving into a time of plenty and abundance. Although it's an emotional time for you, you're quite comfortable experiencing these feelings while at the same time staying grounded. This is a time to stay attuned to your natural rhythms, such as sleeping when you're tired, eating only when you're hungry, and exercising when you feel the urge to do so. If Sea Lion, this is a time to let yourself experience joy and be playful. Listening to all that's around you is important, especially to yours and others' feelings. Take the time to stretch or do yoga and to keep your body flexible. Call on Seal when your creativity seems blocked or stagnant and you need a dose of inspiration. You're involved in a lot of right brain activity to the point where you feel off balance and ungrounded and want to get a bit more down to earth without losing touch with your creative side. You know that there are emotions just below the surface that are tugging at you and that it would be useful to feel them, but you don't feel safe in allowing their expression. You're going through a major life change and feel the need for some extra strength and protection. This is an emotionally turbulent time and you need some help steering through these waters. If Seal is your power animal, you're a creative and imaginative individual who can express these gifts through different channels, and you'll be happiest in a position where you can empty these talents. You can live just about employ these talents, not empty. You can live just about anywhere as long as it's close to a body of water, which everybody, I'm just getting starseed vibes on everybody today. You're very outgoing and easy to talk with and tend to brighten up any social gathering. You're very adaptable and have always been able to meet any challenges head on and rebound from them. You're able to see behind the masks of others and intuitively and empathetically understand their emotions. You're an emotionally expressive individual, yet you never let your feelings overwhelm you. Beautiful. So we're going to see what other guides are around you. And my pile B's got Tara. The goddess Tara will help you create love in your life, stay protected from all harm, bring fertility into your life in all areas, overcome any obstacles, and have compassion for yourself and others. Look how gorgeous she is, by the way. Love this little depiction of her. Beautiful. So an invocation to Tara is a powerful goddess with many faces. Her main desire is to help you realize your own divine nature. Just call upon her, open your heart, and humbly ask for her help. Tara is always just a thought away. You may feel a growing warmth in your hands and feet as she embraces you. So she doesn't require anything fancy. You can just have the intention. The goddess Tara is honored in many different traditions. She is the symbol of eternal love and light in the Hindu tradition. She is the Buddhist goddess of compassion who teaches the wisdom of non-attachment. Tara is so highly regarded, she's said to be the mother of all the Buddhas. In Tibet, she is the goddess of love, born from her mother's tears of compassion for humanity's suffering. Tara's essential desire is to answer humans' pleas for assistance. Tara is a Sanskrit word meaning star. Once again, star seeds all my readings. The Tibetans know Tara as the faithful one. She is the loyal and fierce protector of her people. To this day, stories of her intervention and assistance are told by Tibetan refugees who fled the horrors of Chinese occupation. In the mind training practices offered by the great masters of Tibet, Tara is an archetype of our own inner wisdom. She speaks of a transformation of consciousness, a journey to freedom. The Tibetan masters teach many simple and direct means for each person to discover within themselves the wisdom, compassion, and glory that is Tara. Tara is worshipped in many forms, but the best known are the peaceful and compassionate ones. White Tara, who protects and brings health, long life, and peace, is often worshipped, as the dynamic green Tara, who brings fertility to the earth, overcomes obstacles, and saves us from physical and spiritual dangers. So yeah, Tara comes in 4 colors: red, green, white, and gold, I think. Don't quote me on that, but you can look further into it. So we're going to go into your Art of Worldly Wisdom, which this little baby was written in the 17th century. It's definitely a gem. Words and deeds make the perfect person. One should speak well and act honorably. The one is an excellence of the head, the other of the heart, and both arise from nobility of the soul. Words are the shadows of deeds. The former are feminine, the latter masculine. It is more important to be renowned than to convey renown. Speech is easy, actions hard. Actions are the stuff of life. Words, it's frippery. Eminent deeds endure, striking words pass away. Actions are the fruit of thought. If this is wise, they are effective. Take what you will out of that one, folks. So we're going to finish up with the trinkets. Gaze upon me, trinkets. Okay. So definitely beef up your protection. Maybe get an evil eye. Or there's people watching you, not to be creepy or anything. No, in a good way. You're going to be seen. Spider coming up again, meaning write, get a journal, get creative. And how easily do we walk through the webs that we create in life? This anchor, definitely you need to ground, meditate, get grounded, visualize, tree roots growing out of the soles of your feet. And also anchors make me think of water. So you need to release what's weighing you down and get out in nature. It's almost spring here, although it was snowing today. How ridiculous. Got some seashells, which makes me think of fertility. Once again, the water showing up. Maybe you need a beach trip. Maybe you're going to book a beach trip. We just booked our beach trip. Grapes. Only rich people get grapes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more music, manifestations, meditations, and divination. Big up and big love from Dvine MC. Peace and blessings, over and out. Until next time, bye. Tight. Gears, cogs, and sprockets. Get out of your head. Quit overthinking. and butterfly, all transformation. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more music, manifestations, meditations, and divination. Big up and big love from Dvine MC. Hi, Pisces. For those that picked this amazing six-sided clear quartz. Man, I got that from the Ghostland Observatory and Lotus show so many years ago. I looked through it like a monocle. Thing is so sick. This is the Celtic Dragon deck. This is my first tarot deck. I've been reading this deck for 20 years. So my Pisces, this reading is about what you're being protected from and who's protecting you. So we'll do 3 for present, 3 for past, 3 for future. You know, a little check-in, and we'll look into some spirit guides, animal guides, some oracles. You know the drill. Woo! All right. 9 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you finally evened out like recently. You're not back and forth in your head. You finally made a choice. You picked a path. Lovers in reverse makes me feel like recent breakup. And 8 of Pentacles in reverse is making me feel like a little stagnant in the money department. I see some sort of schooling. I don't know if a loan or something with school didn't pan out. Let's move past. A lot of relationship stuff. I see 2 different, well, I see you leaving your first love, and then I see you doing really well and being divinely inspired and focusing on yourself, and then I see you getting involved with somebody else when you're a little bit older and that not working out. So let's move future. In the future, you're going to be on a similar path to now, way less stress, way more connected to your intuition, and I see the person entering your life, there's going to be a lot of fiery chemistry. Page of Swords makes me feel like they would just defend you till the end, bend over backwards for you. So I'm going to lay a couple more tarot cards here about what you're being protected from and who's protecting you. King of Wands in reverse. So you're being protected from arrogance, overthinking, being too much in the head, if that makes sense. And you got another Wands card directly afterwards. You're being protected from mental imbalance. So we're going to move into your oracle cards now, which I'm using 3 decks today. First being Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. What is my Pisces being protected from, and who are they being protected by? And you get the protection card. Shoot. Talk about being divinely protected. You've got 7 sisters here protecting you. Once again, another Pleiadian starseed vibe. I think everybody attracted to my channel is a starseed, which makes sense because I'm a starseed that's out in the open doing the damn thing. All right, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. You're being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval, which there's a bunch of free ones on YouTube that you can do, by the way. Type in cord cutting or soul retrieval and you can do some of these on your own. But if you're in a really tough spot and you feel like you can't get through these blockages by yourself, it wouldn't be a bad thing to reach out to somebody, a healer that you really resonate with. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you're being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see what chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. And here's a little work your light activation to go along with this card. You can say this out loud, or even just hearing it now, it's going to resonate within you. I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from the past or present, from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away or had taken from me, I call back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's move into the Path of the Soul Destiny cards by Cheryl Lynn Harnish. Love these fractal cards. They say that the fractals actually emit frequency and vibration just by looking at them, because they're actually made by mathematical equations. How cool is that, right? My pile sees 26, or if you want to break it down, 2 + 6 is 8 in numerology. So let's see, third eye. The third eye rules psychic abilities and clairvoyance. Although every human is born with the ability to see beyond the known, it does not mean they always access it. Your strong intuitive gifts are abilities that are very strong. When this card appears, it is because you're ready to move to the next level in the development of your inner seeing. Intuitive development is important for your growth at this time. Expanding your gifts not only benefits you, but also aids those who need the guidance and support you can provide from source. So definitely meditation would help in assisting you to open your third eye if you want to bring out those gifts. And then our last oracle deck before we start getting into some more guides is what archangel is protecting you. She came up again. Archangel Oriel, moon energies. As the moon ebbs and flows and cycles, so does life. Welcome the quiet and noisy. Welcome the light and dark. Archangel Oriel. Definitely all about bringing things into balance. This reading's been about. All right, my Pisces, your animal is the hawk, or goose hawk, or osprey. Or very similar, but anyway, if hawk shows up, it means you're caught up in too many details. Remember I was talking about being caught up in your head? So step back so you can get a greater perspective on the situation. Stay alert and focused on the task before you, eliminating as many distractions as possible. Spend some time observing and studying the situation, and when it's time for action, make it quick and decisive. Pay close attention to your surroundings as you're about to receive an important message. Be aware of any personal or psychic attacks and be prepared to defend yourself. Stop trying to change others or the situation and work instead on accepting things as they are. You've been caught up in an emotional turmoil and have lost your perspective. Your plans haven't gone as you'd expected, and they're taking a lot of twists and turns. And you're having difficulty accepting this. You're in the midst of an intense project that requires vigilance and focus for extended periods of time, and you're being harshly criticized or physically assaulted and need to defend yourself. You're feeling depressed and rather helpless and want to lift your spirits. There are distinct messages from your environment, and you want to discern their meaning. If hawk is your power animal, you're very good at interpreting signs and omens from the natural world, whether these come as a blessing or a warning. You easily flow with the movements of life and don't typically get your feathers ruffled unless you need to defend yourself in some way. You're very effective at taking care of and protecting your home and family. You're a freedom-loving individual and difficult to tie down, but when you do mate, you're very faithful and dependable. You're very insightful. People come to you for your sage counsel and advice. And my pile C's got Teresa of Avila. Here she is. She's got the bird up here. Remember how we said hawk? Alright, Saint Teresa will help you relieve headaches, deepen your spiritual connection, prevent heart attacks, and heal a broken heart. When you would like to invite Saint Teresa's help, say a silent prayer. You could place a bouquet of roses next to a small white candle to symbolize her presence. Learning how to use passive mental prayer will help in all areas of your life. Teresa was born to a wealthy family as a teenager. She was wild and rebellious, so her father sent her to a convent when she was 16. At first she hated it, but eventually she chose to stay because she saw how miserable her mother had been in marriage. Teresa felt unworthy of God's love. She hated to pray, yet she prayed a lot. Eventually she fell ill and became paralyzed. At one point a grave was dug for her and she was given last rites. Through daily mental prayer she was able to heal herself and be relieved of horrible pain. She attributed her healing to Saint Joseph. Teresa began to develop a rich and rewarding relationship with God. She had visions and profound ecstasy from which she would receive inspiration. Teresa described passive mental prayer as a 4-step process. The first step is easy, just meditate. The second step is to quiet the senses so the soul can receive guidance. And the third step, you open to contact with God. There is no stress, just a mental surrender to the process. The fourth step is taken by God. You need only remain open and receptive to God's wisdom, guidance, and gifts. People who saw Teresa in prayer said she looked as if she was in a trance. She would often awaken drenched with tears of pure joy. As with many other saints, after her death she radiated a sweet odor and her body remained uncorrupted for many years. Her coffin was said to smell of roses. How beautiful. So let's get into your Art of Worldly Wisdom, which I love this little book. It was written in the 17th century. In every occupation, if you know little, stick to the safe path. If you are not respected as subtle, you'll be regarded as sure. On the other hand, someone well-trained can plunge in and act as he pleases. To know little and yet seek danger is no difference than to seek ruin. Follow the right hand, for what has gone before can be followed after. Let those with little knowledge keep to the king's highway, and in every case, knowing or unknowing, security is shrewder than uniqueness. We're gonna finish up. Gaze upon me trinkets. I'm gonna throw these down and see what we can intuit. All right. Getting throat chakra once again. Communication. Yell. Hello. Crown chakra. Family. Your family's protected. Don't worry about them. Someone with a K. Someone with a G. More throat chakra. Get off here and do a throat chakra meditation. I see the seeds that you've planted are starting to bloom. You're protected by God. Root chakra. You got the grapes, which I'm feeling like is abundance. Abalone shell, also abundance. The spider has come up in every reading, so please get a journal, start writing, get creative. Solar plexus. You got almost every chakra here, but most importantly, that third chakra. I'll say it again. There's something being healed. Something's being mended back together. And transformation. And don't keep your heart locked up too tight. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Hopefully some of the things we chatted about today resonated with you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we're all about music, manifestation, meditation, and divination here, and we're going to be growing and growing. And I would love to see you back. And if anything resonated with you, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your comments. And until next time, peace and blessings going out. Big love from Dvine MC.